Welcome to Sportlink TV. We're at the Dereham 5K this morning. It's the first stage in the event since 2019 due to the coronavirus pandemic. Let's go and have a chat with the race director, Jonathan Burton, to see how preparations have been going. Jonathan, thanks for joining us. How have the preparations been going for this morning?
Very well. It's always a bit frantic on the morning itself, but up to now, things seem to be going all right. So yeah, we're all ready. It's a nice day, which is always pleasing.
That's it.
So yeah.
And Dereham as a club are used to putting on these sorts of events. You've already put on another one of the sports.
We've had the 10 mile early in May, which seemed to go down well received. This is the first time we've held this one again since 2019. So after 3 years, it's good to be back, and looking forward to it.
And obviously 5K is a distance, it's pretty tough. Like, what would be your best race tip for someone who's tackling a 5K?
I always say to people, whatever distance, just enjoy it. You know, you've put the training in, just go and enjoy what you can do on the day.
Good advice.
All right.
Cheers, Jonathan. We have the running legend, John Downs, with us, podcast extraordinaire as well. John, welcome to the Dereham 5K this morning. I want your best tip for running a decent 5K.
Oh, to anybody running today or just in general? Well, don't go out hard. Just do a couple of strides beforehand as you feel it's a pace you can maintain. That would be the best thing, and just try and practice it in the race. And when it really starts to hurt, which is going to be about the 3.5k mark, just say, I'm nearly there, knuckle down.
It's quite warm today as well.
I think it's perfect, but people should be used to the heat after the last few weeks here and stuff like that, so it shouldn't be a problem. But no, it's grand. There's a little bit of a cooling breeze there as well. It's starting to pick up slightly, so I'd say when they're running they'll be fine. Is it quite sheltered, this course? Because I haven't seen the whole course. So I'd say it'll be all right.
I can tell you quite fancy. You'd quite fancy running this today, wouldn't you?
Do you know what? It's flat, because you always hear these courses, they're flat, and then you get to them and there's you need climbing rope and grappling hooks, and you know what I mean. So no, this is flat. This is actually fast. So I'm interested to see now how quick you'll be running, especially in the women's.
And you've got one of your runners here today.
I've got somebody that's I'm personally not coaching. She's guided by a guy called John Kemp, who's doing a fantastic job. But I'm just giving her tips, and then she goes away and discusses that with John and stuff, and they put a plan together. But I like to see her doing well. I like this girl. I like the way her attitude. She's come to the running very late, but just like her attitude. So we'll see how she gets on today. I'll have the whip out in the course.
Good stuff.
All right, thanks, man.
Really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm joined by the legend that is Andrew Lane now this morning. Andrew, you looking forward to this morning?
I am. 5Ks are shorter than my optimum, so they're always quite painful, but I look forward to it in a slightly masochistic way. Yeah.
And it's obviously the 8th race in the GP series. There's been some top racing this year, hasn't
There has, and the GP series is terrific, the Sportlink series. There are loads of people, there's very good turnout today, and 2 more to come after this, so it's good.
That's it. And are you hoping for a good time this morning? What would be a good time for you this morning?
A good time today, dare I say, it would be anything under 24 minutes would be good today. It used to be a bit quicker, but I have to be realistic.
Andrew, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mark. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Andrew. Cheers. Joined by Alicia Lacey here. She's going to be on pacing duties this morning. The Dereham 5K this morning. What are you expecting?
Yeah, so I'm pacing Alicia around. Her PB at the moment is 19:10, so we're going to try and get around in under 19. So I hit about 6:06s. So hopefully we'll be alright.
Nice. And have you done this race before?
Yeah, I've done this one a couple of times. It's a good course. Just a little bit of a turn in the middle that you hit twice, but other than that, it's pretty flat. I prefer it to Roxon, definitely.
Yeah. So, what's the tactics? Is it a negative split, or
we're just going to go evens? I think we'll just go evens. But Alicia's a pretty strong finisher, so I think when we hit the roundabouts just up there, we'll start to wind it up a bit. Hopefully.
Best of luck.
Cheers, Mark.
Hi everyone, hope you've all had a great day. Hope all the runners have had a great race. From start to the very last place. I'm in perfect weather. As you know, it's part of the Sportlink Grand Prix Series, and I'm sure some of you have done most of the races, if not all of the races. And yeah, it's great. It's something that we want to stay involved with for many years to come. But whilst John asked me to hand out the prizes today, we've got someone here much more, shall we say, better than me anyway, much better quality athlete than me, and it's John Downs, former Inter-Counties cross-country champion, British cross-country champion, and for those of you who have run the 5k today, John's best 5,000 metres is 13 minutes 29 seconds. So you may want to give him a bit of a round of applause. So anyway, back to John, and let's get on with the presentation, but well done absolutely every one of you, and thank you.
Overall race was won in a time of 15 minutes 17 seconds, and that was Henry Jonas from Dereham. Second place was Ruben Andrews in 15:26. And third was Michael Eccles in 15:38.
Cheers Michael, well done mate.
Before we go into the age categories for men, we'll concentrate on the top 3 for women. First, in a time of 17 minutes 11 seconds, was Alice Belcher. Second was Claire Jacobs in 17:54. Claire Jacobs. Third was Rachel Cook in 18 minutes.
Joined by the men's winner Henry Jonas here at a time of 15:17, a fantastic time. Henry, how did the race go today?
Yeah, it was good actually. It was very good. Sort of started off fast first lap, and picked up the second half.
How did the race unfold from your point of view?
That was
Was
good.
there
Yeah, there was second place for Ruben, was just climbing onto the first lap, so he pushed me along a bit. I was happy with that. Yeah.
And obviously you're a member of Kona. Do you sort of train together as well?
Yeah, my coach is in Paulie, so I was training there.
With it being a loop course, did you sort of try and pick it up in the second loop, or was it going quite steady?
I think it was fairly steady. I tried to pick up a bit in the second. So, yeah.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Sort of what's next for you now?
I'm running Wednesday Watford, 3k on the track there.
And where does sort of 5k sort of sit in your set? What favourite
Well,
events?
it's probably not my favourite. I'd say so 815 are my favourites, but yeah.
So this is sort of to build your stamina
Yeah.
and endurance a little bit. Congratulations, really pleased with you. Well done. I'm joined now by Alice Belcher, the winner of the women's race in 17:11. Congratulations, Alice.
Oh, thank you so much.
How did the race go today from your point of view?
Yeah, it was good. It went off quite quick. 5k normally does, so I think part of the skill is because I'm not someone who I don't feel I have a lot of natural speed. I have to kind of like build into my race. So I wanted to make sure I went off quick, but didn't get sucked along. So that was good. I think I was quite conservative. Went through a bit of a rough patch just along there actually, about 3k. You know, like you're doing a 5k, you think, oh, I want to stop, and you're like, no, don't stop, just carry on. So yeah, no, I'm really pleased. Probably didn't feel like 100%, just like one of those days, but I'm really pleased that I stuck with it, really good time, happy with that. It is a PB, so can't complain, and the support was great all round, and everyone's really lovely, really well organised, so yeah, really enjoyed it.
Great stuff. Yeah. Because you're from out of area, is it Wellingborough?
Yeah, I'm from Northamptonshire.
How did you hear about the 5k?
So I know someone who recommended it to me as a race and said it is quite a flat course, could potentially run a PB. That normally goes either way for me. It could be a personal one. But yeah, I got in touch with the organiser just to ask about the race, and yeah, he said you should come and do it. And Neil from Sportlink said, oh yeah, you should come down and do it. So I thought, why not? Like, came up yesterday, stayed overnight down the road, and yeah, so I heard about it sort of through somebody, and then it was really well organised, easy to enter, so why not?
I've got to ask you about John Downs as well. He's advising you a little bit. Is that fair to say?
So I met John through sort of like a running group on the internet, and then he just sort of started asking about my running and things like that. So I do have a coach called John Kemp in Wellingborough, so a different coach, different John. But he's just because he's got a lot of experience. I find it really good to have someone just to talk to more about things like, oh, shall I wear a watch? Shall I not wear a watch? Sort of like mindset. A little bit more, kind of more like mentoring, I guess, rather than coaching. But I think it's good to get different people's sort of opinions and things, because you don't want to get too in your head. It's good to hear what other people have to say. So he's been so supportive. And also he's the one who recommended this race to me initially. So really good.
Can't let you go without asking what's next for you now.
So next I'm doing the Northampton Half Marathon in September, and that's on the 25th. And then I'm doing the Great Eastern Run in October, which is in Peterborough, so that's another half marathon. They're both quite local to me, so I wanted to do something a bit longer because I need to work on my training a bit. So I thought the half marathon's a good target. And then I'm going to do a lot of cross country. So my main goals for the next sort of 6 to 10 months is the cross country. But I thought half marathon races would be good to build that endurance before you go into having to run on all that mud. So
And of course you have to come back next year and defend your title.
I'd like to come back next year. I feel like it's quite windy, and I think a bit of course knowledge could be good. So maybe next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We've seen some top performances at the Dereham 5K today. Congratulations to Henry Jonas and Alice Belcher for their winning performances. The next race in the series is the Colchester Jaguars 10K on September the 11th, and we'll hopefully see you then. Thanks for joining us.